we have seen everything with an example. We will try to write down this process formally now. Before doing that, just one more thing. So in all the definitions of PDAs we have seen before this example, so we have always seen that PDA at one time can either at one time it can push only one symbol in the stack. It cannot push or pop multiple symbols from the stack at a time. But what we have done in Q3 here is, in the same very transition, at the same step, we have actually pushed 5 different symbols at that same time. So you need not worry about it. If you see a condition like that, you can actually break this transition, make some new states here, and convert this same machine to a machine which actually pushes only one symbol at a time. So how do we do that? That is again straightforward. So look at this. If I have a state Qi, I read an input A from the input tape and the symbol alpha from the stack. Assume that this was giving us a string AAABBB. Assume that this is the case and this is the string which we want should be pushed in the stack, and we go to Qj. So you can write this same thing as, so I can convert it as Qi, right? When it sees A comma alpha, first it writes a B, goes to another state, then without seeing anything it writes another B, without seeing anything it writes a third B, then it writes your first A, second A, third A, comes to Qj. So both of these are actually the same things, and you should notice why we have written here in the reverse order, because when the stack pushes this string AAA, right, so it should appear like all A's should be on the top and B's should be on the bottom. So when you write this particular transition in this way, your B's come first and then A's come later on. So on Qi, as soon as we see an A on the input string and alpha on your stack top, we write a B and move to Q1. Now from Q1 we need not care about what is there on the input and there on the stack. We can just keep writing this B and go to Q2, keep writing. By the time I come to this state here, Q4, Q5, Q6, so at the time of Q6 I have written this entire string on the stack. Now without doing anything, so we have seen this kind of transition before. It means that you actually do nothing, it's just a state change. You do nothing to the input, do nothing to the stack, and just change your state to Qj. So in case you want to do the same thing here with Q3, how can you do that? So from Q3, instead of writing this entire string at once, what we can do is, you can just remove this, and instead of this what you can do is, when you see an S, you first push a B here, come here, then from this B you push another B, then you push S, then we push an A, then we push another A, and we come back to Q3 with just a state change. You can also do it like this. So here when you are, so here when you were writing this, instead of going to this state, you can directly come here also. So you can do it in one of these two ways. And here you see these two transitions, you can actually unfold it and you can write both of these also in a single state like this. So you can write this as S $dash. So when you unfold it, it will become this. So the main idea is both of these are equivalent. This one and this one are equivalent. Okay. Now for a given grammar, how do we formally describe the process of converting it into a PDA? So here please note that whenever we talk about the formal definition of PDA, so in a formal definition you can never push multiple symbols at once, right? So the formal definition of PDA will correspond to this one, where you can push only one symbol at once. Okay. So given to us a grammar, let's say VTRS. So R here is a set of production rules. We want to make a corresponding PDA which has these 6 tuples, right? So how do we go about it? So in such a PDA, as we have seen before, how will such a PDA look? You will have this initial state Q start. From this initial state, what we can do is we can push both the symbols. So we just push a S dollar dash, right? So you can write it in 2 steps also. So first you push a dollar, then you come to a new state. Say I'm just giving it a name Q middle. From Q middle you push the starting symbol of this grammar S here, and you come to a state which is your Q loop. Now at the state Q loop, what I am going to do is on Q loop, if you are not caring about what's their input, if you see S in your stack, and actually it need not be S, it can be any variable. So if you see any variable here, so let's say I write it as U belongs to V, right? If you see any variable here, what you are going to do is pop that particular variable and insert this string omega there. So what is omega? Such that your V gives omega is a production rule in R. So you should do it with one more example. So assume that your string was something like this: S gives AB, where A gives A and B gives B, right? So in that particular case, you are going to push S here. Then when you replace S, it will be replaced with your AB, which are again variables. Then you can replace this B with B, right? And then pop it out when you see this symbol on the input. Replace this A with A and pop it when you see in the input. So this condition holds here for any variable. So as soon as you see a variable on the stack top, you replace it with the corresponding string in your production rule. On the other hand, if you see a terminal here, and if you see the same terminal there on your stack, you can actually pop that. So here your A, it belongs to your terminal. So this holds for any terminal. And what happens? And when do you come to the final state? Let's say Q final. You come to the final state when you see a dollar in your stack, right? So you can write this with your corresponding transition functions. So the set of states in your PDA, they are going to be your Q start, right? You can merge both of these in a single step also. So that's what I'm going to do. I merge both of these in a single step. So I take these 3 states: Q start, Q loop, Q accepts, union E. So what this E is for? The E is for all these unfolded states. So I can actually, while writing, I can fold these in one state and I can push this $S in your stack at the same time, but later I am going to unfold this. So E corresponds to all these states. Similarly here, right? So we have unfolded these. So all these new states which will be formed after unfolding, they come in this part of your expression E. Then I can write your delta of Q start, right? So here, without seeing anything, we can just come to your second state, which is Q loop, while pushing $S in your stack. Now when you are on your loop state and you see a terminal symbol, let's say A, what you are going to do, you are going to be on the same state and replace it with the corresponding string omega, where A belongs to omega is a rule in R. In case you see a terminal symbol here, so we can simply just pop that, and this is for your AND state. You accept. So these are your corresponding transitions. In the next lecture, we will see how can we convert a given push down automata to a context free grammar.